Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Um, this is Next Level Technical. In my last video section, I took configuration on hotspots using the same network diagram or setup. However, in this section, I'll be talking on PPOE configuration, which is triple PPOE, which is point-to-point protocol over the internet. And basically, both hotspots and PPOE they find use in public spaces. And in hotspots, you can actually use it to administer IP address directly using TCP to smartphones and to your laptop or whatsoever. You understand? Using web browser to authenticate username and password, which is the difference there. And the PPOE, you have to have something like a router and then connect with PPOE, and you can manage those customers. When they connect, you don't need to use browser to authenticate. When they connect, they will have access to internet. So depending on the username and password issued to the client or the host. So there are different applications, just environment with which, but basically both of them are meant to manage customer over the on the internet. So without any delay, I will go into ISP one and then do set up some configuration. Like I said, I'm using the same configuration, just that the configuration has changed. Some of them have removed those hotspots could be. Like in this router, which was the IS, which was for all the hotspot is running in this router. And then the user manager, I still maintain the user manager configuration, which I set up. And if you don't know how I set it up, I highly advise that you visit my hotspot page to see how I've set it up. I'm doing this for PPOE so that hotspot manager is still being managed, so that you see how you can use PPOE to device manager to authenticate PPOE users, and also to limit the time for me to be setting up user manager and all that. So I will go to PPOE, but before I go to PPOE, I want to make use of if you come to radios, I was it was hotspot service. This time around, I'm not using hotspot, I'm using PPOE, which is point to point protocol. And I'm not going to use this loopback anymore. I'm going to use 127.0.0.1, which is another kind of loopback to call IP stack tests on your devices. So I will apply and okay 127. Let me see. You should be able to ping 127 in your router to any of the range in between /8. 127.0.0.0.1, it does reply. And if I ping 254, it does reply. And if I ping another 254 here, actually it's /28 IP was wasted for just for test, for IP start test. But meanwhile, I've applied that, I've added this here. I need to add the same on the user manager. So when I do this, I don't want to have my own personal loopback. That means the bridge, I've actually removed the bridge and the IP address 10.0.0.1 will be removed. I'm just using a loopback alone, talking to the router itself. So normally I like to, let me remove this. I'll tell you the reason why I'm removing it. Um, so for me to configure this PPP, you understand, to issue IP to this host, I normally like using bridge for PPP. So I'll come and create a logical interface, which is the bridge. And then I will come to IP address and assign an IP range on that bridge. 172.17.10.1 slash any range. I only have two devices. I can actually use /29. I can use /29. Okay, let me just use slash 24. So That's that for that. I assign it on the LAN. So I'll come to that bridge and particular port is on ITA 3. And that 3 is assigned to that bridge port I just created. So the IP address on that bridge port is this. I will come to PPP, come to point protocol, I'll come to profile, I'll create a profile. You can make use of this if you want, but let me create mine. Come to PPP. Um, I will name this to PPP underscore profile. My local address is that particular IP I created on the LAN. And the remote address, I'll define that later. There are two ways you can do this. It's either you create a way the PPOE can automatically or dynamically assign IP address to the hosts that are connecting to this router, to the clients connecting to this server, this router. So it's either you use a pool to act as if it's a DHCP to assign IP automatically, or you do it manually, or I'll demonstrate the two of them for you. So I'll change this to yes. The reason why I've changed this MSS to yes is because of the MTU size. You may not see it, but in this packet tracer or sniffing tool, you're going to see what I was trying, but it's not. I'm not doing that here now. So the MTU will be changed to I think 1400 or 1460 or so. That is what is needed because of the Ethernet. The Ethernet is 1500, so it has to be reduced. Then I will come to IP, I'll come to pool. Then, okay, there's a pool already. Let me remove so that I see when I'm creating it. So I'll do PPPOE underscore pool. The IP address range, I'm going to exclude 10 IP. I'll start from 11 to 254 so that I can use 2 to 9, 2 to 10 for administrative purpose. Yeah, and apply and then say, okay, maybe for your wireless or whatsoever, uh, whatever you want to do with it. Then apply and okay, this is the pool I created. So this pool, I'll come to this, click the drop box, apply and apply. Okay. I can assign DNS here, 8.8.8.8 to dish out to the client, 8.8.4.4. I think I'm done with that. I'll come to PPA server. Let me remove these secrets. Come to PPA server. I'll create a server, but let me remove it. I can create afresh. Come to server, and then the services I'm using it on the LAN, the bridge that I created, earlier on. Then I can actually leave this by default if I want to, but I'll just leave it that way. The PPP profile that I created, then one session per host for security reasons so that the username that you create cannot be used for more than one MAC address because this PPO also work with MAC address and IP address. So I will enable this. So for security reasons, it's expected that you should uncheck this. This is the latest MS Chat 2 and it is also more secure. So I will apply server has been created, listening for any updates from clients to now act on it. So at this particular area here, I'll check this on purpose so that you know what I'm doing. So how we assign, I can actually do just like we hotspot. I can actually just assign users here. Let me call this first guy user one, and I put password 1234. Service I'm using is going to be PPA, and the profile is this guy. Or apply and okay. You understand? I can actually make use of this. Let me go to the client, which is this guy here. Let me go to the client. So you watch out for the connection at this point. I come to this place here, come to client, and I'll click the plus sign, PPE client, come to PPP. Remember, there's no IP address or whatsoever. If you come to IP route, there's nothing here. And if I should issue a ping test to the internet, definitely it is not going to return successfully. No route to host. So I'm going to click PPP page client. on the interface facing that server end is where it is going to be listening for updates. This always helps on this particular ETA 1. This is on ETA 2. So I come to this right, assign it here, come here. Let me go to that server so here you see when it connects. So um, it is B, it's like B, it's like A. So I actually created a secret here. Remember, I've not ticked this radius. I'll input this user here, user, and I'll say 1, 2, 3, 5. I'm changing that on purpose. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me apply. It is trying to establish connection, but there is the server listening is not getting the right information. So I should come to what do we call it? Log. You should be seeing some information. Look at user authentication failed. So we have to input the right password, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Come put 1, 2, 3, 4 here and apply. It should connect now. It should connect. And then memo. Okay, user one. Sorry. So it is now running, connected. And if you come to active, it has been linked. And an IP address has been. The way Mikrotik work, Mikrotik like issue IP from the last IP. You come to IP pool. The last IP was 254, but that is where it started counting, issuing IP for. So let me come to the IP address here. Let me see what it gave out like that. But ironically, the same IP. And if I should pin a.net, I will have IP. I'll have internet, access to internet. So that is that. I can also now from this router do whatever I want to do. Maybe do a firewall and all that so that this browser will have access to internet. I don't need to do any authentication in the case as in the case of hotspot. Two, I've done this. So if I should let me now come to this secret. Let me come to user manager. I want to activate um, this is running PPP. This is running based on this secret that I've created. Let me go to client B. Let me go to client B. Go to client B. Client B being this guy and it's going it's listening on ETA. It is sending its update from ETA 2. So I go to ETA 2, client B, now connect to client B. So I need just to set the PPOE client. Remember the user manager. Let me even try if it will connect. User manager, even if I'm trying that. The user manager is already running, but I've not activated the profile. So this guy, okay, let me use John this time around. John, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me, so his name is the auditor 2. Go to dial. Let me use Dan and see if it's going to connect. 1, 2, 3, 4. But however, the profile I'm going to activate is going to be John. For 7 days, it is waiting to be activated, and then you have to go to PPP, ensure this radius is tick enabled. So let me apply and see. It is not going to establish because I've not activated it yet. If you come to log, you should be seeing some error telling you user down authentication field radius timeout. But let me make use of John in this case. JOHN. I should. This should not be run immediately I activate. You see, it is now running. So that is how you use user manager for PPOE clients with OS version 7. And then if you come to PPP, it is active for the active connection. It is running, unlike this that is local. Why this one is radius? The first one, which is client You know, this user here is secret. User one. It is local. Yeah, the authentication is local, while the other one is using radius from user manager, which is client B. So that actually comes to the end of today's session on PPOE in Mikrotik OS version 7. However, my next presentation is going to be on, using radios for logging. This time around, I will start with Cisco so that you understand how this thing works with Cisco router. I start with Cisco router and then come to Mikrotik and do the same thing for Mikrotik. So that comes to the end of today's session. Thank you for watching, and then do not forget to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share so that I can get more views and people can get to see this video. Thanks and God bless.